Olympic champion Tatiana Schoenmaker's success has put her in a position where she can now make bold decisions about her career. Now, this includes whether she will or won't take part in certain competitions, as well as speaking out on the challenges faced by elite sports stars. Schoenmaker caught up with my colleague and ENCA sports reporter Hloni Mtimkulu. This was at last month's National Swimming Championships. Let's take a look.
Tatiana, you reclaimed that 100-meter title and then obviously you won the 200. Just how important was it for you to regain the double?
Oh, it was never about the title, I think. I think you could see it in my facial expression. I was just more happy about the times. At the end of the day, when we go to World Champs and stuff, that's where it really counts, and we all want to do well on the international level. So I think if we can just push each other to get those times so that we are confident in going into the competition. So I think it was just a confidence boost for me looking to World Champs, and yeah, hopefully it will go better.
You're pitted against Lara, for example,
yeah.
But actually you guys push each other, I presume.
Exactly.
Just how important is that to have that healthy competition?
No, I think we're very fortunate to have some of the top racestrokers in our country. I mean, Kayleen and Lara. So every time you step on in a race, you're racing international girls. So it's definitely challenging on the mental side sometimes as well, because you're not always going to feel at your best, but you're always competing some of the best. So one day you could have an off day and someone else could have a good day, but I think it's just pushing through that, and I think if we're able to manage that within like our local galas and stuff and know how to face that, then it's so much easier for us to go to the international side, because we know how it is to compete and have that mental advantage over it.
So where does that put the rest of your year then?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go to World Champs this year. I think we'll just obviously have to see from the financial side, and then obviously also from the preparation side. I don't want to push myself into something that I don't really maybe want to do, if that's where I am. But at the end of the day, the goal is Paris. So that's the main focus, and whatever helps us get to that point where we want to be in Paris, then we'll do that.
I think maybe the public media, people that follow you, federations even, don't have an appreciation of the kind of decisions you have to make in terms of you're going to this event, you're not going to this event. And I feel like you're maybe at that point in your career when you can say, I don't want to go to this event for whatever reason. Can you talk to us about the kind of decisions that do go into that decision or those decisions?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I am the swimmer and I'm the one who has to compete. So if I feel it's not the right competition for me, I think sometimes we do put the expectation of others, and especially the support. You want to constantly carry on like giving the people what they want, but it's not about them at the end of the day. I have to enjoy what I want to do, and it's obviously nice having another World Champs like team on your like list of achievements, but that's also not why I do it. I want to regain the love of the sport, and if that means taking a step back from World Champs, then that will just be it. For me to ultimately then actually get to my goal of going to Paris.
A lot's happened for you since 2018, since Gold Coast. Just what are the lessons you've learned about success?
That it goes up and down. I think people just assume that it's a one-way up and that's how it stays. But you can be on your highest of highs, and that was the Olympics, and drop to the lowest of lows, which was the year after that. It wasn't even a year. It was like 6 months after that. So you have to be prepared for those lows and the highs, and I think just surrounding yourself with the right people and the right support team. I think even in the lowest and the highs, like those people maintain the same, and I'm just grateful for the people I have in my life that push me every day and that are there to carry me when I can't carry myself. So yeah.
We spoke to Chad, and he's been very vocal about the challenges he's gone through the past 3 or 4 years. Again, I think we don't have an appreciation of all of these things, right? And the highs that you talk about, and then the lows 6 months later. How do you, just talk to us about just kind of, again, navigating kind of that whole space, and also how important it is for someone like Chad to actually speak out, to say, I've been struggling with this, I'm here now, but actually this is what you go through.
Yeah. No, I think it's amazing. I think we all face different challenges and might not be the same, but we all face challenges. And I think being able to speak about it, it makes it more relevant to others. I think we're not robots, we're also human. And I think bringing that perspective back into it, I think even from a spectator's side, you just assume that this is an athlete, they know when to step up and when. But there's so much more than just what you see when we arrive at the pool. It's the whole life behind that. It's the whole story behind that. So I think it's very important to share. Some people share more openly than others, but that's just maybe a personality trait or something. But it's good to share. And yeah, I think as long as you know that there's always someone that's struggling and you're never alone in something, and just always reaching out. I think that's the hardest part as athletes as well. We're very stubborn and we're very you don't want to look weak, so you don't reach out. You don't want to show people that you have weaknesses, but we all do, and that's human. And I think as soon as you put the human element in it, you realize that swimming is not everything.
Maybe let's end on an Olympics note. It's been a shortened cycle, obviously. COVID kind of did things. Just how difficult has that been, and how has the shortened cycle been? Given that we're now just over a year, or maybe a year and 3 months-ish into until the Paris Olympics.
Yeah, I think when you haven't been at the Olympics, the 4 years looks like a really long time. But it being in the cycle and stuff, it does feel much shorter, and it gets here quite quick. But I must say I'm grateful for the 3 years. I think with age, it's also hard to maintain that type of level of performance. So. For me, I'm very grateful because it just means 1 year less, which can also be a disadvantage. But I mean, it's harder to try and maintain that for 4 years, where for 3 years. So I think, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a negative for me because I'm getting older and. Yeah, I still want to compete at a good level.
So that was a double national champion in the 100 meters and the 200 meter breaststroke, Tatiana Schoenmaker, giving insights into what it takes to be her, the champion that she is, and just swimming in general for the athletes. Hloniphi Mkhulu, Gqeberha.